I want everyone to understand that if you look at those viruses, and that's judged by qualified virologists and evolutionary biologists, those viruses are molecularly impossible to result in SARS-CoV-2.
Cause the pandemic. We're saying they are gain-of-function viruses because they were animal viruses that became more transmissible in human, and you funded it.
And you
admit the truth.
And you implying...
Senator Paul, your time has expired, and I will allow witnesses...
I know he says he's going to retire. Someone needs to grab that little elf and chuck him across the platoon. Grab that little elf and chuck him across the platoon.
This week, Elon Musk is going to destroy the #1 worst official in American history, worst government official currently actively serving, although I think he's officially resigned now. Elon Musk gift wrapped and handed to us over the Christmas break an incredible, maybe greatest gift I've ever received. He is going to be releasing the Fauci Files. He is going to start the destruction and truth and reconciliation of Dr. Fauci. Now, Dr. Fauci has officially resigned. Dr. Fauci is now officially gone from his post at NIAID. But he ain't gone, because I think that now the Republican Congress and Elon Musk are going to start giving him the true business. Let's jump in here and see what has been released. So, officially, Elon Musk has exposed that there was a Fauci fan club inside of Twitter. Twitter's new boss, Elon Musk, claimed that the former staffers at the social media company operated a bootlicking Slack channel titled Fauci Fan Club in an unironic homage to the nation's soon-to-be-retired infectious disease expert. Yes, there was a Fauci fan club. Elon Musk made the remark in a series of tweets Wednesday, following up with a series of posts earlier that month that disparaged the U.S. top doc Anthony Fauci. The new comments aired by Musk came in response to Fauci's disregard for the Tesla kingpin's barbs in a recent interview, where he demanded that the doctor be prosecuted for allegedly starting the pandemic through the use of illicit government-sanctioned experiments, referred to as gain-of-function research. The controversial experiments involve manipulating viruses to make them more severe and more transmissible, with the hope of getting ahead of future mutations and outbreaks. Since taking over Twitter, Elon Musk has been keen to show the previous management promoted liberal narratives, including, but not limited to, working actively with the FBI and the CIA to openly suppress American thought. We know this now. This is provable fact. Musk claims Fauci, who has repeatedly denied that COVID-19 was leaked from a lab, lied to Congress and secretly funded gain-of-function research. Now, we know Dr. Fauci lied to Congress because we have the tapes. We have the tapes of him shaking and quivering and worrying and literally involuntarily, an involuntary nervous system reaction when you know you're lying. Many people have many different tells. Dr. Fauci's is shaking. Rand Paul grilled Dr. Fauci on this issue and said, did you fund gain-of-function research in order to make viruses more deadly inside the Chinese lab that was the cause of COVID-19? It's the bloody glove of our political era. Here's how Dr. Fauci responded.
Getting into something. If the point that you are making is that the grant that was funded as a sub-award from EcoHealth to Wuhan created SARS-CoV-2, that's where you are getting. Let me finish.
We don't know.
Well,
we don't
wait
know
a minute.
If it did come from the lab, but all the evidence is pointing that it came from the lab, and there will be responsibility for those who funded the lab, including yourself.
I totally
This committee will allow the witness to respond.
I totally resent the lie that you are now propagating, Senator, because if you look at the viruses that were used in the experiments, that were given in the annual reports, that were published in the literature, It is molecularly impossible.
No one's saying those viruses caused it.
It
no
is
one is
molecularly.
that those viruses caused the pandemic. What we're alleging is that gain-of-function research was going on in that lab, and NIH funded it.
That is
you can't
not.
Get away from it. It meets your definition, and you are obfuscating the truth.
I'm not obfuscating the truth.
Senator
You're the
Paul's
one.
Time is expired, but I will allow the witness to.
Let me just finish. I want everyone to understand that if you look at those viruses, and that's judged by qualified virologists and evolutionary biologists, those viruses are molecularly impossible to result in SARS-CoV-2.
Caused the pandemic. We're saying they are gain-of-function viruses because they were animal viruses that became more transmissible in human, and you funded it.
And you
admit the truth.
So Rand Paul probably should have a conversation with police officers after that public beating. I'm not sure you can beat someone nearly to death that beautifully in public without getting a call from your local police station saying, hey, listen, man, the public beatings, those went out of style in the 1800s. Nobody has ever been filleted like that inside of a Senate committee ever in my lifetime. Dr. Rand Paul, who's a real doctor, an actual doctor. I've actually traveled with Rand Paul and watched him do eye surgeries for a little special that we did a couple of years back. He's an incredibly sophisticated, smart, intelligent human being. Got directly to the point of the issue there. If you funded gain-of-function research, which we know you did, NIH documents provide new evidence U.S. funded gain-of-function research in Wuhan. U.S.-funded experiments in China posed biosafety risks, but did not cause COVID-19 pandemic. Scientists say. Experts say. Guys, how stupid do you think we are? How stupid do you think we are? If you scroll down through the article, you can see that what's going on here is that they are funding through a loophole, by the way. Through a loophole, because this is illegal to do this research in America because it's so dangerous. They go to China to do this research because the Chinese will take any American money that is offered to them. They do this research. What this research does is it inserts spike proteins, which is a very specific type of protein, into a virus. Why is that important? The spike protein is what allows, it's like a secret key that allows that virus to infect a human cell. That's what they were doing. They were taking these mutated, sick viruses. There are like billions of viruses in the world. The vast majority of them, like 99.9%, cannot infect human beings. Okay? They travel between different creatures, different subsections of species, and they are not able to infect human beings because they do not have a spike protein. Here you can actually see the data there from the laboratory. Dead point. What you're looking at there is the laboratory data on the ability to take the deadliest viruses in the world, add spike proteins to them, essentially to snipping and manipulating the genome, Frankenstein experiments, and then those nuke SARS-CoV-2, a novel coronavirus. So the coronavirus exists in the horseshoe bat in southern China. They take that virus out of the bat, they add the keys to get into human cells, and then they release it. Did they do it on purpose? Did they do it on accident? Doesn't matter. Dr. Fauci funded that. We know this. We have the paperwork. I just showed you a far left-wing intercept. The far left-wing intercept shows you dead to rights. Dr. Fauci funded that. He was caught. And we know he's lying. Look at his hand. Watch.
I want everyone to understand that if you look at those viruses, and that's judged by qualified virologists and evolutionary biologists, those viruses are molecularly impossible to result in SARS-CoV-2.
Caused the pandemic. We're saying they are gain-of-function viruses because they were animal viruses that became more transmissible in human, and you funded it.
And you
admit the truth.
And you implying.
Senator Paul, your time has expired, and I will allow witnesses.
Right.
Have you seen Dr. Fauci on every piece of media available? We'd love to have him on our show. I'd love to ask him some questions. Dr. Fauci's been on every show. Every hot light imaginable has been directed at this man. Have you ever seen him shake? That's the clip. That's the clip. You see him shake. We zoomed in on that hand, man. That is something that happens through the sympathetic nervous system That is a tell. It's automatic. It's uncontrollable. It's a reflex. When he's under duress and he's lying, and you know he's lying, and he's lying about creating a Frankenstein virus that is a bioweapon, and then it got released. Now, it'd be nice to do a real investigation and find out who released it. Why was it released? Now, China has gone and essentially buried all of the evidence. So it would take an administration with force. It would take an administration with will to power to find this out. And we certainly could. Marjorie Taylor Greene tweeted today, 2023 is a great year to impeach Joe Biden. It would also be a great year to put Dr. Fauci in jail. So, Juanita Broderick of Bill Clinton fame. I mean, it really is incredible. It's like Mad Libs with these people. Like you can just insert who are the evil people in the world. It's so easy. Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, Jeffrey Epstein. They're all connected. Every single one of them. Juanita Broderick is one of the people who alleged rape by Bill Clinton. We love Juanita. We're big fans of her. We talk with her. We bring her on the show on occasion. She's amazing. She got her Twitter account back. She was banned. She got her Twitter account back. And Elon Musk, they're confirming later this week. So what is going to be inside of these files? I will tell you exactly what's going to be inside these files. You're going to be able to see Anthony Fauci's DMs. You're going to be able to see what he was sending and the emails he was sending to people at Twitter to censor Americans, to censor his fellow scientists. We already know that Jay Bhattacharya was censored, that Jay Bhattacharya was on a do not amplify list inside of Twitter internally. He is the leading infectious disease expert in the world. He works at Stanford. And Dr. Fauci was using his power to get him censored on Twitter. Who else? Who else was Dr. Fauci personally going after? Elon Musk is going to release these files. Will they lead to further prosecution of Dr. Fauci? James Comer was answering this on Fox News This Weekend. Go.
Finally, Elon Musk just teased the release of new Fauci Files this week, tweeting, "Hope you're having a great day one 2023. One thing's for sure, it won't be boring." Are you expecting a smoking gun with regard to Anthony Fauci in the Fauci Files?
I'm expecting to see more involvement from the government in censoring speech, and this is very concerning. This is something that we've been talking about for the past several weeks on your show. The government should never play any role in censoring speech. We're concerned that the government has spent a significant amount of money of taxpayer dollars creating a task force of at least 80 full-time employees to do nothing but censor social media posts and censor conservative speech. You know, history will show that Dr. Fauci made a lot of mistakes. And history is also going to show, and I think Elon Musk is going to have a big role in that the government played a large role in trying to combat anyone who was a critic of Dr. Fauci, anyone who questioned Dr. Fauci's science, in ensuring that their voices weren't heard. We're paying the price every day for the mistakes that Dr. Fauci made during COVID. And I think what Elon Musk has the opportunity to do is show exactly how big a role the government played in getting Dr. Fauci's back on every controversial statement he made that affected our lives in a negative way over the past 3 years.
I'm sure when the time is right, you are excited to call Dr. Anthony Fauci to the halls of Congress to testify.
Did you hear that? We should also strip him of the doctor title. We should go about the process. People shouldn't be able to call him doctor. Okay. This man has committed extreme evil. He has broken the Hippocratic Oath at the very, on its very basis level to not do harm to other human beings. So here's what we know. See the tweet one more time in all of its glory. Elon Musk saying that Dr. Fauci created a bioweapon with the Chinese government. This was a Chinese lab. This is the final breakdown, and then we'll move on. But this is what we have the evidence, and we presented it to you here. Let's recap. There was a ban on gain-of-function research. There's still a ban of gain-of-function research. Dr. Fauci loves gain-of-function research and pushed it, and is continuing to push it because he is an evil, barbaric, Frankensteinian individual who is a complete degenerate who wants to see suffering and human suffering. So he wants to make viruses more deadly, and he doesn't care who gets hurt in the process. He wants to create. He is the evil He is the evil force inside of any Hollywood movie that you see, where an evil scientist is creating a weapon to kill all of humanity. That is Dr. Fauci, okay? Dr. Fauci is stopped from doing that because his funding comes from the U.S. government. And the Obama administration was smart enough to say, hell no, you're not going to do that kind of research here or anywhere. Banned. Now, they banned it for a number of years. And then as soon as Donald Trump gets inaugurated, Dr. Fauci goes back to funding gain-of-function research. We have the receipts. He gave multi-millions of dollars to the Wuhan Institute of Virology through EcoHealth Alliance to build superviruses. And that's what they did. They used horseshoe bat coronaviruses, a very specific type of coronavirus found inside of the horseshoe bat, which lives inside of high, dark caves. It's a creature that stays far away from human beings in the south of China. Very specific creature, but they are a natural repository of coronaviruses. He funded an institute that hikes up into those caves, harvests the bat, rips the virus out of them, and then snips them in the lab to add spike proteins so that they can infect human bodies and hurt you or kill you. Fauci funded that. It's confirmed. Okay? That's real. Now, what we don't know is what was the process of that creation? How did it get out of the laboratory? How was it released? Definitionally, that is a bioweapon. And so Elon Musk is here saying, right there on your screen, gain of function in context is another way of saying bioweapon. Good nuggets in this article. Important to note that Fauci authored a 2012 paper arguing gain of function research. That's what we know. And we know that Dr. Fauci shakes like a rat in the cold when asked about this. I think it's worth playing Dr. Fauci shaking one more time just to wrap this all up, let you know that we're over the target. Watch the man shake. He knows he's guilty of one of the largest crimes against humanity in human existence. Watch.
I want everyone to understand that if you look at those viruses, and that's judged by qualified virologists and evolutionary biologists, those viruses are molecularly impossible to result in SARS-CoV-2.
Cause the pandemic. We're saying they are gain-of-function viruses because they were animal viruses that became more transmissible in human, and you funded it.
And you
admit the truth.
And you implying...
Senator Paul, your time has expired, and I will allow witnesses who come...
You ever seen it? You've seen Fauci do hundreds of thousands of interviews. You've never seen him shake like that. Thank you for watching. Our channel is here to meme the libs until they cry and then to meme them crying. Their tears taste like ice cream. We ridicule the establishment, and we do so because of you. Your support keeps us going. So if you liked what you saw, please click the thumbs up. Please punch, subscribe, and ring the bell to let you know when we have a new video. Don't you want us to let you know when we're live? Please check out more of our videos here and sign up for our mailing list in case something happens and the plug gets pulled. We want to be able to keep in touch with you. My name is Benny Johnson, and thank you for watching. Based Patriots, stay free.